Tonight on Y News, several provinces placed under state of calamity due to the extent of Typhoon Tisoy's damages. President Rodrigo Duterte tells the Department of Justice to file appropriate charges against those behind onerous water deals. The Department of Health probes 77 hospitals over alleged illegal detention of patients who have failed to settle their hospital bills. Department of Education to improve quality of education in the country following poor ranking in the Program for International Student Assessment or PISA 2018. And UNTV programs, including Y News, receives an UNTV seal of approval for child-sensitive and family-friendly programming. Good evening. Quezon Province has been placed under a state of calamity due to the extent of damages incurred because of Typhoon Tisoy. The local government aims to fast-track the rehabilitation of the affected areas. Japet Cablaida tells us why.
Based on initial report from the Quezon Provincial Government, damages to agriculture due to Typhoon Tisoy have reached ₱500 million. These include fallen coconut trees, destroyed vegetation, and rice fields submerged in flood water.
Yung mga nasa vegetative stage, flowering stage, at iba naman ay harvesting stage na iba't ibang commodities ay dumapa at naapektuhan.
Damage assessment on infrastructure including schools and houses continues. With this, a state of calamity was immediately declared by the Quezon Provincial Government in order to make fast rehabilitation efforts.
At sa pamamagitan ng declaration ng state of calamity, magkakaroon ng pagkakataon ng mga local government units na magamit yung kanilang quick response fund para makatugon sa agarang pangailangan ng ating mga kababayang naapektuhan ng Bagyong Tisoy.
Japet Cablaida, UNTV News and Rescue, Lucena City.
The city of Ilagan in the province of Isabela was also placed under a state of calamity after being submerged in flood water. Drone footage showed how heavy rainfall induced by Typhoon Tisoy has brought floods in Cabagan, Isabela. Ilagan City Mayor Jose Marie Diaz said flood waters have affected 41 villages, affecting more than 30,000 families. 16 bridges, meanwhile, remain unpassable. The province of Camarines Sur in Bicol is now under a state of calamity. Local farmers call for help from the government after their rice fields were washed away by flood water caused by Typhoon Tisoy. Nel Marie Buhok tells us why.
Based on data from the Camarines Sur Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, as of 8 this morning, over 9,000 farmers are economically affected by the typhoon. And the span of damage rice field has reached more than 9,000 hectares. The cost of damages to agriculture in the province has climbed to more than 257 million pesos. This is one of the reasons why Camarines Sur is now under state of calamity.
Dahilan po nito ay yung damages po ng Camarines Sur na na-incur pagdating sa flooding, pagdating po sa damaged houses, pagdating sa agriculture most especially.
The province can now use its calamity fund for its farmers and residents' recovery. Hilda Yalino Jr. is one of the farmers in the town of Milaor affected by Typhoon Tisoy. His rice field was washed away by the flooding. According to Dialino, their losses are aggravated now that their source of income is destroyed.
Nag-ano naman, lugi naman dahil yung mura yung palay. O yun namang nabot ng ba, talagang luging-lugi talaga.
Local farmers like Dialino call on the government for help for the recovery of their livelihood. Nel Maribuhok, UNTV News and Rescue, Camarines Sur.
Typhoon Tisoy has totally left the country, but hundreds of passengers remain stranded at the port of Real, Quezon. Some of them have been sleeping at the port for 10 days. Sherwin Kulabong details why.
Bal Tropicales is eager to see his family in San Rafael, Burdeos, Quezon, but until now, he can't reach their home as he is among some 300 passengers stranded at the Port of Real in Quezon Province.
10 araw nang kami ditong stranded.
According to the Philippine Coast Guard, both trips remain suspended due to the gale warning raised by Pag-asa. Coast Guard officials added sea travel remains risky in the eastern coast of Quezon and Polillo Group of Islands.
Kami po ay humihingi ng pasensya sa kanila at ang nangyayari po kasi dito sir ay sa amin sinisisi ng mga pasahero kung bakit hindi sila makabiyahe.
The Coast Guard management assured that all stranded passengers are given enough food at the port. Sherwin Kulubong, UNTV News and Rescue.
Before Typhoon Tisoy, the provincial government of Northern Samar had 11 million pesos from the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council for the repair of their roads. But after Tisoy's onslaught, they are in need of additional funds. Jeneline Gakit Valles explains why.
Northern Samar is now under a state of calamity. Damages to infrastructure across the province caused by the typhoon Tisoy include destroyed roads, particularly the National Highway in San Roque Town. The flood water washed away a 100-meter portion of the National Highway. According to the Northern Samar provincial government, they had received 11 million pesos from the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council or NDRRMC for the reparation of previously damaged roads. But with Typhoon Tisoy's onslaught, the roads got even more wrecked. That is why Governor Edwin Marino Ongchuan calls for additional fund for the road repairs.
Itong nasirang daan sa barangay na Perez San Roque, malaking bagay po ito na matapos dahil hindi po makakatawid ang mga gasoline trucks at sa ngayon po brown out, wala po silang gasolina pang patakbo ng genset nila, mga sasakyan nila, mga motorsiklo.
The provincial government is also scouting for an area where over 3,000 displaced families can be relocated and provided with housing. Governor Ongchuan calls for additional aid for his constituents.
Kung pwede makapagdala po ng mga used clothing, mga easy open cans na like mga sardines, ang immediate na pangangailangan nila is yung mga ready-to-eat food.
The provincial government also plans to launch a cash for work program to provide livelihood to typhoon-affected residents. Jeneline Gakit Valles, UNTV News and Rescue, Catarman, Northern Samar.
Worth of damages to infrastructure in Catanduanes province reaches hundreds of millions of pesos. These include the abaca industry in San Miguel, the largest fiber producer in the province, but a state of calamity is yet to be declared across Catanduanes. Alan Manansala tells us why.
The Catanduanes provincial government together with the Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council is mulling over placing the province under a state of calamity. Governor Shirley Abundo says the gathering of reports from the municipalities has been delayed due to the unavailability of stable communication line and internet connection.
Kasi may minimit lang kami na criteria. Hindi naman po kasi kami na basta lang makapag-declare lang. We really need ng data. Kasi pag hiningi rin po yan sa amin, sa taas or sa region or mag-outsource kami ng help from the outside, kailangan talaga ng data. So yun lang po, within the day, tatapusin po namin.
Based on the partial damage report from the Catanduanes Provincial Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, the number of affected families has reached over 18,000 or more than 71,000 individuals. Damages to agriculture have reached about 200 million pesos and more than 10 million pesos to infrastructure. According to San Miguel Mayor Francisco Camano Jr., the town's abaca industry is greatly damaged.
Kasi ang San Miguel po ang pinakamalaking abaca producer o fiber producer ng buong probinsya. Yun pa ang problema namin.
The local government's relief operation continue for the affected families. Lydia Tabios and her family are among those who receive help from the barangay officials.
Malaking bagay na ito sa amin dahil bigay lang ito sa amin galing barangay.
The provincial government has distributed relief packs earlier for typhoon-affected residents. Alan Manansala, UNTV News and Rescue, Catanduanes.
The number of fatalities brought about by Typhoon Tisoy continues to rise, according to the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council. The damage to agriculture has also reached over 800 million pesos. Harleen Delgado reports.
13 were confirmed dead, while 34 were injured due to the onslaught of Typhoon Tisoy in different parts of the country, according to the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council, or NDRRMC. The agency's updated report shows that 2 deaths were recorded in Region 4A Calabarzon, 7 in Region 4B Mimaropa, and 4 in Region 8. The NDRRMC continues to validate other reports of fatalities, particularly in Bicol region, where 5 were reported dead. Meanwhile, damages to the agriculture sector in Mimaropa and Bicol regions have reached over 800 million pesos. Affected crops include rice and corn, and fruits such as mango, banana, and papaya. The fisheries sector has also suffered losses. The Department of Agriculture assures the Quick Response Fund is on standby, worth 250 million pesos, to assist affected farmers and fishermen. Over 8,000 houses and more than 100 schools have been damaged. The total cost of damage to infrastructure has yet to be determined, as damage assessments are still underway. 95,000 families, or over 400,000 individuals, are affected in almost 2,000 barangays nationwide. Of that number, 83,000 families are taking shelter in nearly 3,000 evacuation centers. The NDRRMC once again assures there are sufficient stockpiles of relief goods to augment the need in typhoon-hit areas. This after several reports that food supply in some areas affected by Typhoon Tisoy is depleting.
Ang stockpiles natin ng relief, sapat po yan sa bawat level. At kapag yung mga local governments po ay nakaka-project po sila na kailangan pa nila ng relief items, pwede naman po maglabas anytime.
The agency adds over 3 million pesos worth of assistance has been provided by the Department of Social Welfare and Development and the Office of Civil Defense to affected families. Harleen Delgado, UNTV News and Rescue, Camp Aguinaldo.
Welcome back to Y News. We pick up to where Angelo Castro III left off. I am Alex Baltazar, and here are the headlines. President Rodrigo Duterte tells the Department of Justice to file appropriate charges against those behind onerous water deals. Philippine National Police on full alert ahead of the CPP-NPA's anniversary celebration on December 26. The Department of Health probes 77 hospitals over alleged illegal detention of patients who have failed to settle their hospital bills. The Bureau of Customs installs 2 new portal type X-ray machines at the Manila International Container Port. And UNTV programs, including Y News, receive a NAP TV seal of approval for child-sensitive and family-friendly programming. Good evening. Some lawmakers push for the cancellation of the extension of contract given to water concessionaires. Meanwhile, the Makabayan party list wants the control of distribution of water, a basic necessity, returned to the state. Vincent Arboleda will tell us why.
Due to multiple violations of the concession contract of water concessionaires such as Maynilad and Manila Water, some congressmen push for the cancellation of the extension of the contract. According to Bagong Henerasyon Representative Bernadette Herrera D, the contract should not be extended as it did not go through due process. The Lady Solons said a review of the water concessionaire's performance must be done first before extending the contract.
Yung extension sa concession agreement na napakadami na nilang violations pero na-extend sila for another 15 years without actually reviewing it.
Among the violations mentioned by the lawmaker is advance collection for the projects to be implemented by the water concessionaires. Herrera said only a few of these projects has been started. Some of these proposed projects are building facilities for the Wawa Dam, Laguna Lake, building sewerage treatment plants, earthquake contingency fund, and angat reliability.
They have never implemented this, and they have never gotten back to us. They have never refunded this, not a single centavo. At sinasabi nila, ginamit nila ito sa ibang bagay. And that is the number one violation they have in the concession agreement. Nag-advance collection sila sa atin.
The Congresswoman also refuted the claims of water concessionaires that no advance collection occurred. Herrera said the rate was approved by the regulatory officers based on a feasibility study of the proposed projects yet to be built. She explained this just means all the future projects are already being collected from the consumers. Meanwhile, a House resolution was submitted by the Makabayan bloc to the lower house of Congress to investigate the alleged onerous agreement that favors only the water concessionaires and not the public.
Hindi na to simply by tweaking the agreement na magiging palatable sa mga mamamayan. Dapat ibalik na sa kontrol ng Estado ang napakahalagang serbisyong ito.
Bayan Muna Party List Representative Gaite added, with the water concessionaires' various violations, the extension of the agreement should be cancelled and be given to the government to protect the welfare of the people. Vincent Arboleda, UNTV News and Rescue, House of Representatives.
President Rodrigo Duterte has directed the Department of Justice to file the appropriate charges against all those involved in onerous contracts with water concessionaires. The chief executive has earlier ordered the DOJ to review the government's deals with Manila Water and Maynilad. It has been found that the agreements are contrary to public policy and public interest. According to Malacanang, the government will not pay the more than 10 billion peso amount of penalties the Manila Water and Maynilad Water Services demand from Metropolitan Water Works and Sewerage System, or MWSS, for not allowing the said water distributors to increase their water rates. President Duterte before slammed the decision of the Permanent Court of Arbitration in Singapore regarding the issue. The president has also directed the DOJ and the Office of the Solicitor General to draft and prepare new covenants that are favorable to the state and the Filipino people. The Philippine National Police intensifies their security on soft targets such as police stations and vital installations across the country. Leia Ilagan tells us why.
December 26 marks another anniversary celebration of the Communist Party of the Philippines, or CPP. The Philippine National Police, or PNP, expect the New People's Army, or NPA, to conduct criminal acts on or before that day. For PNP spokesperson, Police Brigadier General Bernard Banak, the NPA's threats to high-ranking government officials are nothing new. Armed Forces of the Philippines Deputy Chief of Staff for Civil Military Operations, Major General Antonio Parlade Jr. said yesterday that Interior Secretary Eduardo Año, National Security Advisor Hermogenes Esperon, and National Commission on Indigenous People Chairman Alan Capuyan are included in the NPA's kill list.
Maging sa nagdaang panahon ay ganito rin naman ang mga banta sa seguridad na tinatanggap ng ating mga pinuno. Kaya po hindi naman tayo nagpapabaya sa ating seguridad, lalo na yung mga security detail natin.
Banak says they have intensified their security measures on soft targets such as police stations and vital government installations.
Palagi tayong nanatiling alerto at mapagbatyag sa anumang mga maaaring criminal activities na gagawin ng kanilang mga kasapi. At wala naman tayong dapat ikabahala dahil ang lahat ng mga tumatayo sa batas ay nasa panig ng batas. At ang lahat ng lalabag dito ay mapapanagot na din natin sa batas.
Banak adds the PNP and the AFP are doing their utmost to implement Executive Order No. 70 to end local communist armed conflicts. Leia Ilagan, UNTV News and Rescue, Krame.
The Department of Health, or DOH, conducts an investigation on 77 hospitals over alleged detention of patients who have failed to settle their hospital bills. According to the DOH, they target to resolve the cases by March next year. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III assures justice will be served for the supposed illegally detained patients. Based on Republic Act No. 9439 or the Anti-Hospital Detention Law, detention of patients in hospitals and medical clinics on grounds of non-payment of hospital bills or medical expenses is unlawful.
Ang mga nakasuhan, karamihan mga pribadong mga ospital na ayaw paalisin ang mga pasyente como hindi makabayad. Alam naman nila yung mga ibang pasyente, wala talagang kakayahan. Ngunit, pagka-emergency, hindi ka naman pwedeng pumili ng pasyente. Kaya mahirap, kaya may kaya, ay dapat tugunan mo ang lahat ng mga emergency cases at hindi po pwedeng paalisin iyan hanggat hindi mo nabibigyan ng sapat na lunas.
The Philippine National Police Highway Patrol Group reminds motorcycle riders to bring with them not just patience on the road, but also discipline. Leia Ilagan explains why.
McCoy and Paul Pilayo got wounded in a recent motorcycle accident in Bacolod City. The two said they didn't see another motorcycle running towards them because it didn't have a headlight on. The UNTV News and Rescue Team and 911 Bacolod responded to the incident and helped the victims with their injuries. Based on the Philippine National Police Highway Patrol Group or PNP HPG's data, over 500 motorcycle accidents were recorded monthly from July to October this year. Some of the accidents are caused primarily by the lack of discipline of the driver, including bad overtaking, bad turning, and overspeeding. The PNP HPG has this reminder to motorcycle riders.
Na huwag kayong overtake sa right. Parati kayo sa left. Kasi yung right, kasi left-hand drive yung ano natin sasakyan. So mas nakafocus tayo sa left side mirror saka sa rear. So minsan di na natin na yung right side mirror.
Duromal also reminds other motorists.
Ibigay po natin yung left side sa ating sasakyan. Huwag po yung right side. Dahil sa right side, nandiyan po yung kalimitan, nandiyan yung manhole, nandiyan po yung bangketa. So ibigay na natin yung kaliwa sa kanila.
Leia Ilagan, UNTV, News and Rescue, Camp Crame.
The Department of Health strengthens its campaign against the use of firecrackers during the holiday festivities, dubbed as the Iwas Paputok campaign. The campaign was launched today in Pangasinan, led by Health Secretary Francisco Duque III. Aiko Miguel reports why.
Residents of Dagupa and Pangasinan simultaneously made noise inside the People's Astrodome as a way to show their support to the government's Iwas Paputok campaign. Health Secretary Francisco Duque III led the activity, which conveys a message to the public to avoid the use of firecrackers this coming holiday season. According to the DOH, instead of using firecrackers, Filipinos can use objects that can produce noise. They can also witness the fireworks display in their respective communities. The Health Department aims to reach its zero fireworks-related injuries target during the year-end through this campaign.
We hope that this will go down even more, but the ideal scenario would be to have a zero fireworks-related cases or injuries. Yung implementation is on a continuing basis.
They should designate a fireworks display area.
Okay.
Normally, it is the Toll Plaza ang kanilang because it's an open space. Kasi hindi ho pwedeng ang fireworks display area ay nasa isang maliit na lugar. It should be in the open space, properly supervised by somebody who is knowledgeable about how to manage a fireworks display. Preferably yung pong may lisensya from the PNP.
The Iwas Paputok campaign was launched in Pangasinan because in 2018, Region 1 ranked second among the regions with the highest number of firecracker-related injuries with 52 cases. Secretary Duque also visited the Region 1 Medical Center today to ascertain there's enough medical equipment and the personnel are well prepared and equipped to respond to any emergency cases and fireworks-related injuries.
Ayaw natin magamitin ito hanggat sa maaari. Yung mga na, kunwari nakalaylay na lang, gano'n. Kailangan putulin mo yon, yung mga tendon na yon, yung mga kumukonekta sa mga digits. No? So, yan ang the image that we would like to conjure in the minds of our parents, of our children, our people in general who are hard-headed. Yung mga pasaway, huwag po tayong pasaway.
During today's event, Secretary Duque was asked if he is in favor of a total ban on firecrackers in the country.
Most of the injuries were either caused by both legal and prohibited fireworks. As your Secretary of Health, I don't consider any of these fireworks as legal. They should all, in fact, be prohibited.
The health chief adds, with a total ban on firecrackers, alternative sources of income must be provided to firecracker manufacturers and sellers. Aiko Miguel, UNTV News and Rescue, Dagupan, Pangasinan.
A Thai artist sends baby Spider-Man into a clawsome cat venture. Nina Armilio has this story.
If there is a single thing that absolutely dominates the internet, it has to be cute pictures of adorable cats and kittens. Coming in a close second is anything related to Marvel, the most profitable multi-format entertainment franchise ever. For Thai artist Udomsak Pungarkat, better known by his nickname Nung, putting two of the pop culture items sitting at the apex of the online popularity pyramid together was a no-brainer. Nung has garnered a huge following on his Facebook page, Spidey Adventure, where he uses a miniature toy version of the beloved superhero garbed in various outfits to pose in hilarious scenarios with cats and other pets, such as dog, puppies, or even lizards. The dainty pictures include Spidey riding on the feline's backs, posing for selfies with a bite-sized plastic iPhone replica, or simply cuddling in what amounts to cuteness overload. The 30-year-old artist said he had been collecting Spider-Man figures since he was a boy, as he has always been a big fan of the arachnid-powered Masked Avenger. The artist's newfound virality led him to continue the practice of merging the friendly neighborhood hero with cute animals. His ever-growing followers repeatedly encouraged him to open his own page, focusing exclusively on baby Spider-Man's furry adventures, which prompted the creation of a dedicated space on Facebook. Nina Armilio, UNTV News and Rescue.
And to complete the most significant news for this day, Y News continues. Here are the top stories. The Department of Education, or DepEd, seeks to improve the quality of basic education in the country after the Philippines got a poor ranking in the Program for International Student Assessment, or PISA 2018. Nina Armilio has the details.
The Department of Education, or DepEd, acknowledges the results of the 2018 Program for International Student Assessment, or PISA, released on Tuesday. In a statement, the department said the PISA results, along with the agency's assessments and studies, will aid in policy formulation, planning, and programming towards further improvement of the quality of basic education in the country. PISA is a worldwide study that examines students' knowledge in reading, mathematics, and science, conducted by the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, or OECD. The Philippines scored the lowest in reading comprehension among the 79 participating countries, within an average reading score of 340. The Philippines score is 100 points less than the average performance score of 487 set by the OECD, lagging behind its ASEAN neighbors in PISA's overall reading literacy, Singapore with 549, Malaysia 415, Brunei 408, Thailand 393, and Indonesia 371. DepEd said it is committed to improving its quality of basic education in order to pass the global standards. To do this, the department vows to strengthen its efforts through aggressive reforms under its program Sulong Edukalidad by reviewing and updating the K-12 program, improving learning facilities across the country, upskilling and reskilling of teachers and school heads through a transformed professional development program, and engaging all stakeholders for support and collaboration. It was the first time the Philippines joined OECD's program for international student assessment. As part of DepEd's reform plan towards achieving quality basic education and make it at par with global standards. Nina Armilio, UNTV, News and Rescue, Philippines.
Meanwhile, the Bureau of Customs, or BOC, installs 2 new portal-type X-ray machines at the Manila International Container Port to improve the port's inspection capacity. Dante Amento tells us why.
The number of shipments passing through the Manila International Container Port, or MCIP, every day reaches 5,000 according to the Bureau of Customs, or BOC. The MICP is equipped primarily with only 7 mobile-type X-rays, which can scan 25 containers per hour or 600 containers per day. But with the 2 newly installed portal-type X-ray machines, the Bureau's maximum inspection capacity now reaches 160 containers per hour or 7,680 containers a day.
To cater dun sa volume ng mga shipments na dumarating sa atin, no? Every year nakikita naman natin nagkakaroon tayo na increase ng volume of shipments dito sa Pilipinas. Symbolic of yung improved trade relations natin at saka yung growing economy.
The portal type X-ray design allows container trucks to move through the machine, as opposed to the mobile X-ray design in which the machine has to move along the length of a container. BOC Commissioner Ray Leonardo Guerrero says this is part of their anti-smuggling effort and enhancement of cargo scanning. But aside from machines, personnel to man the X-ray scanners are also needed.
Ang kinakailangan kasi natin dito, hindi lang yung scanning capability, kinakailangan din natin ng mga interpreters, ng mga analysts to analyze yung mga images na captured by these X-rays.
Dante Amento, UNTV, News and Rescue, City of Manila.
And for the news abroad, transport and schools in France are expected to be severely affected amid warning of mass demonstrations. Details in this report. France is preparing for severe disruption as millions of workers go on strike in protest at being forced to retire later or face reduced pensions. School and transport workers will join police, lawyers, and hospital and airport staff in a general walkout. France's largest nationwide strike in years was agreed by unions unhappy with President Emmanuel Macron's plans for a universal points-based pension system. Authorities have been trying to put in place plans to mediate the disruption. The industrial action is expected to last beyond Thursday, and some trade union leaders have warned they will continue their industrial action until Mr. Macron abandons his campaign promise to overhaul the retirement system. One opinion poll put public support for the strikes at 69%, with backing strongest among 18 to 34-year-olds. The Macron administration will hope to avoid a repeat of the country's general strike over pension reforms in 1995, which crippled the transport system for 3 weeks and drew massive popular support, forcing a government reversal. Interior Minister Christophe Castaner said on the eve of the strike, he expected almost 250 demonstrations nationwide, some of which he said could turn violent. Jovic Bermas, UNTV News and Rescue. A U.S. sailor shot dead 2 workers before taking his own life at the Pearl Harbor military base near Honolulu in Hawaii on Wednesday. Officials say the gunman also injured a 3rd worker before he killed himself. The incident prompted a lockdown at Joint Base Pearl Harbor Hickam, which is on the Hawaiian island of Oahu. The identities of those involved in the shooting have not yet been confirmed. All 3 victims were Civilian Defense Department employees, and the survivor is in a stable condition. A lucky gold hunter has unearthed what could be Britain's largest nugget. Meanwhile, the head of a Japanese aid agency and 5 others were killed after a group of gunmen opened fire on their vehicles in eastern Afghanistan. Details in this report.
In Afghanistan, a Japanese doctor who devoted his career to improving the lives of Afghans has died after being injured in an attack in eastern Afghanistan. Gunman shot Tetsu Nakamura, 73, while he was traveling in a car to monitor a project, officials say. 5 Afghans were also killed in the attack, which happened in the city of Jalalabad. No one has yet said they carried out the attack, and the motive remains unclear. Dr. Nakamura headed a Japanese charity focused on improving irrigation in the country. In October this year, he was awarded honorary citizenship from the Afghan government for his humanitarian work. In Finland, a man has been arrested in Russia for erecting fake border posts to trick 4 migrant workers into thinking they had entered Finland. After reaching the post, the man left the group to wander alone in what they believed was the EU country, but was actually a swampy forest in Viborg. After a while, the 4 South Asian men were stopped by real border guards who told them they were still in Russia. The smuggler had reportedly made them pay over 10,000 euros each. All 5 men were reportedly detained on 28th of November. And in the United Kingdom, a gold hunter claims to have discovered the UK's largest gold nugget in a Scottish river. The lump of pure gold, which weighs 121.3 grams, was unearthed in a mystery location in May this year. The 2 pieces form a donut shape and could be worth £80,000. The previous largest find in 2016 was the 85.7 grams Douglas nugget. However, gold panning experts are remaining skeptical until its provenance can be confirmed. Kat Dumaraos, UNTV News and Rescue.
And those are the stories from around the globe. I am Jovic Bermas. Good evening.
House Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano, who chairs the Philippine Sea Games Organizing Committee, sheds light on the issue on what others say that FISGOC's award from Sports Industry Awards, or SPIA Asia. Rosalie Cos reports.
The 30th Southeast Asian Games, hosted by the Philippines, closes 6 days from now. A report surfaced yesterday that the Philippine Sea Games Organizing Committee, or FISGOC, was hailed as the best Sea Games organizer. A video posted on Facebook shows FISGOC Chair House Speaker Alan Peter Cayetano receiving the trophy from Sports Industry Awards SPIA Asia CEO Eric Gatchok. Speaker Cayetano on his Facebook account thanked SPIA for recognizing FISGOC for its outstanding achievements in organizing the best SEA Games. However, on SPIA's official website, the category Best SEA Games Organizer is not on the list. Instead, FISGOC is under special recognitions by SPIA Asia, the SPIA Asia Excellence Award. A video of the awarding ceremony shows the MC announcing House Speaker Cayetano to come up the stage.
The Sports Personalities of the Year, with a few special individual celebrations recognising contributions to the sports industry in the Philippines by people who have also received global recognition. His Honourable Alan Peter Cayetano, the Chairman of Philippines Southeast Asia Games Committee.
And after Speaker Cayetano accepted the trophy, SPIA CEO had this to say.
These are the 30th Southeast Asian Games hosted in the Philippines, I think, for the 4th time. And there is a staggering of 57 sports. That is 20 sports more than in any of the 29 editions before. And when I heard the latest numbers this evening, there were already 47 gold medals been awarded to the Philippines. These are by far the best Southeast Asian Games so far ever. And that has been awarded by Spear Asia to FISGOC, so congratulations.
And this evening, the FISGOC chair posted a video interview on his Facebook page explaining his side on the matter.
Nakakalungkot lang na yun nga, maraming fake news na umiikot na sinasabing hindi totoo yung award o kaya gobyerno daw ng Pilipinas ang SPIA or sponsoran namin. These are all not true. Ako mismo nagulat ako dito sa award na to at yung iba nagtanong pa, bakit sir hindi pa tapos may award? Nakakalimutan kasi nung mga nagtutuligsa or nagpe-fake news, our hosting started the day that I accepted the flag in Malaysia. So marami pong events na wala sa media. Sa ating mga kababayan, you can bash me, you can bash people you don't like, pero don't bash your own country.
Rosa Licoz, UNTV News and Rescue.
The Philippines maintains a comfortable lead at the current medal tally in the 2019 Southeast Asian Games. As of 5:30 p.m., the Philippines garnered a total of 127 medals, 59 gold, 44 silver, and 24 bronze. Ranking in second place is Vietnam with a total of 98 medals. They collected 28 gold medals, 33 silver, and 37 bronze. Meanwhile, Indonesia moves to the third place in the overall medal tally with 86 medals, 23 gold, 31 silver, and 32 bronze. UNTV is humbled with yet another year its programs receive an Anak TV Seal Award. This time, 9 programs are recognized for being child-friendly. Asher Cadapan Jr. will tell us why.
Watching television is one of the favorite pastimes of Filipino households. It serves as a source of entertainment and information in the comfort of one's home. With young audiences aboard, parents and teachers are concerned about the incorporation of good core values in television programs. Anak TV annually recognizes the efforts of television networks that maintain child-friendly shows. And just before the year ends, 9 of UNTV's programs were conferred with the Anak TV seal.
Marami pa po ilang network na may magagandang halimbawa who can really inspire, who can really show us. And we are glad UNTV is making way.
Serbisyong Kasangbahay, UNTV Cup, Historia, Doctors on TV, and Truth in Focus received the Anak TV seal.
Kami po sa Serbisyong Kasangbahay ay we are very happy in receiving this award. Although hindi nga namin talaga ito ine-aim. We just really want to serve. We want our show to be highly informative and highly educational.
UNTV's news programs C News, Ito Ang Balita, and Y News also received the recognition.
Ang UNTV News and Rescue ay magpapatuloy po sa paglilingkod at pagtulong sa kapwa at paghahatid ng mabuting balita. Kaya may recognition o walang recognition, sabi nga ni Kuya Daniel at Brother Eli Soriano, magpapatuloy tayo sa paggawa ng mabuti at ito'y ginagawa natin sa pagluwalhati sa ating Diyos.
Maraming salamat din sa mga bumoto sa amin at makakaasa po kayo that we will try our best para po makapagbigay po ng mga istorya na makakapulutan po ng aral ng mga kabataan.
For Y News, buti may nanonood pang mga bata ng balita. Bihira na yon. So we'll strive to keep it simple and keep it wholesome.
We'll just continue doing what we're doing to inspire and to impart core values to the youth.
KNC Show, the only Bible-based kiddie show on Philippine television to date, also accepted the seal.
Sa Diyos sa inyo pong patuloy na pagtitiwala dahil alam nila na ang programang KNC Show ay patuloy na nakakaserve sa ating mga kabataan, maging sa mga magulang na nagtuturo sa ating mga anak para maging isang mabuting bata, maging mabuting anak.
Asher Cadapan Jr., UNTV News and Rescue, Quezon City.
And the whole UNTV News and Rescue would like to thank Anak TV for recognizing our programs as being child-friendly. Thank you very, very much. And those are the reasons behind the news this December 5, 2019. On behalf of Alex Baltazar and Angelo Castro III, I am William Theo, and before we close, we will recap of today's significant sound bites. Because we need to know, we will always ask why. Good evening.
Itong nasirang daan sa barangay na Perez San Roque, malaking bagay po ito na matapos dahil hindi po makakatawid ang mga gasoline trucks, at sa ngayon po brown out, wala po silang gasolina pang patakbo ng genset nila, mga sasakyan nila, mga motorsiklo.
Yung extension sa concession agreement na napakadami na nilang violations pero na-extend sila for another 15 years without actually reviewing it.
Maging sa nagdaang panahon ay ganito rin naman ang mga banta sa seguridad na tinatanggap ng ating mga pinuno. Kaya po hindi naman tayo nagpapabaya sa ating seguridad, lalo na yung mga security detail natin.
Nakakalungkot lang na yun nga, maraming fake news na umiikot na sinasabing hindi totoo yung award o kaya gobyerno daw ng Pilipinas ang SPIA or spinonsoran namin. These are all not true. Sa ating mga kababayan, you can bash me, you can bash people you don't like, pero don't bash your own country.
Marami pa po ilang network na may magagandang halimbawa who can really inspire, who can really show us. And we are glad UNTV is making way.